Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today, we're going to begin a new series, and we're going to look at 11 different beers from the Kyoto Brewing Company. And these are fairly recent beers that they have produced, and I visited their tap room not too long ago and picked up these 11 bottles. And Kyoto Brewing Company is located in, of course, Kyoto, which is one of the ancient capitals of Japan. They started in the year 2015. They've been going a little over 5 years now. And they were founded by three people, an American, a Canadian, and a Welshman. And full disclosure, I know all three of them, and I have known the American who is the head brewer for a number of years when he was a home brewer, even before he started brewing. He used to bring us his home brew, beer drinking friends, and we would sample it and give him our impressions, and he was an excellent home brewer. He also studied in the U.S., and he did an internship at Lost Abbey down in Southern California. And then in Japan, he did an internship at one of the very best craft breweries in this country, which is Shiga Kogen Beer. So he got a lot of experience, and they started in 2015, and they were named the best new brewery in Japan for that year by Rate Beer in the Rate Beer Best rankings. And they were also, in 2019, the last year, they were also voted the best brewery in Japan by Rate Beer Best. So they have been around again for 5 years. They have a tap room, which is now has limited access due to the coronavirus. You can go in and buy beer and sit outside and drink, but they haven't opened the upstairs seating area yet. And they're open on weekends primarily, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Occasionally they open for, on holiday weekends, they may open a little longer than that. They have three main flagship beers, which you can buy on their website. And they also have two seasonal lines. One is called the Kimagure line, and that's generally pale ales or IPAs, things like that. And their second seasonal line is Shunka Shuto, which is, they're generally saisons. And these are 4 quarterly beers following the seasons. So Kimagure will have a spring version, a summer version, etc. And Shunka Shuto actually does mean spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So they come out. So they have 2 seasonal lines, 4 beers each in each one, so 8 seasonal beers a year. But they put out a lot of one-offs too as well, quite a few beers. On Rate Beer, in fact, they list 168 different beers, and this is as of October. So in 5 years, they have made that many different beers. And on Untapped, 137, so they haven't got quite all of them yet. And the average rating for their beers is 3.71 on Untapped. So they have been quite successful critically, and right now fortunately they got into bottling and online sales before the coronavirus really hit hard here. And so they've been able to keep things going with that, and their tap room open as well. So let's look at 11 different beers from this wonderful brewery in Kyoto, and we're going to start. And now let's take a look at a second beer, relatively new beer from Kyoto Brewing Company in Kyoto. And this beer is called Yosano he Satogairi, and in English it's pretty literally translated as Yosano Homecoming. Yosano is a an area of North Kyoto Prefecture, and they have that area has some hop farms, and almost from the very beginning, I think Kyoto Brewing was involved with them, trying to source local ingredients, and they have used their hops, Yosano hops, in a variety of their beers with mixed success, I think. And so hops are grown in Japan, primarily in Hokkaido, in northern Japan. But in general, a lot of hops that are used in beers, Japanese beers, both major company beers and craft beers, are imported from the US, from Germany, from England, from other countries, from Australia or New Zealand. So Japan does not produce a lot of hops, but they do produce some. And Yosano hops have been going for, I think, about 5-6 years, maybe. And so this is the latest attempt to include those hops in their beer here. And it's a saison beer, and it's 5.5% and 18 international bittering units. And it's a fresh hop saison, which means they went up there and picked the hops and brought it back and put it into the beer, got it into a beer. Ideally, the thing is to put it in within 24 hours, I think, to make it a fresh hop beer. So the 18 IBUs is, they say on their website, it's just an estimate because they dumped the hops in and didn't have a chance to really, actually test out what was going on with the hops. So fresh hop beer from Yosano in North Kyoto Prefecture. On Rate Beer, this one has only 2 ratings, and it's at 3.55 average out of 5. On Untapped, there are 57 ratings, 3.82, so a little bit higher. Generally Untapped, a little bit higher than average, than Rate Beer. The malt is Pilsner malt and spelt as well. They use Chinook for bittering and fresh Chinook hops from Yosano for flavor and aroma. So that was the style of hops, the variety of hops that they used was Chinook. The yeast is Belgian ale. Shall we give this one a go? Kyoto Brewing Yosano Homecoming. It came out in September of this year, and so it's about 1 month old. Okay, it is a nice, mostly clear, maybe some light haze, chill haze perhaps, and about a finger of very bright white fluffy head. And put it through the light and see what we get. Okay, and you see some tiny streams of carbonation rising. Very tiny streams of carbonation rising. Okay, let's try her out. Okay, I get some, definitely I get the Belgian yeast here. Something light and fruity. Definitely got some esters from the Belgian yeast. Smells a bit thick. Some citrus, maybe citrus blossoms. It's bready. It's Belgian yeast comes through for sure. Light, slightly chewy, bready malt. The hops are kind of indeterminate. So if they used, I mean, it's a single hop apparently. They used Chinook for bittering and fresh Chinook for the, well, maybe not a single hop then. 2 types, Chinook and then fresh Chinook hops from Yosano. Doesn't really come through so strongly. Body's a little bit heavy. Okay, well, yeah. I think I appreciate their efforts to support local, source things locally, and they've done that, in collaboration with Yosano hop farmers. But I've had several, not several, I don't know, maybe two or three beers made with Yosano hops, and not been terribly impressed. Konishi, which is a Belgian beer importer, and also they have people make beers for them. They have used Yosano hops, and I had one of their beers one time that was quite good, and you could really tell, But here I'm not just not getting much. It's not unpleasant. It's not exceptional in any way. Just tastes a bit thick and kind of muddled, and the fresh hop note really doesn't come through so much. So, nice try, but in any case, you might want to give this a try if you happen to see it somewhere. You can go online and buy things from Kyoto Brewing, and then this is probably one. I think I purchased this in the tap room, but give Kyoto Brewing a go. They are one of the better brewers in Japan, and they certainly deserve your attention. That's it for today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've gone to the barber more often than I have. I haven't been since sometimes in early April, maybe. Stay well, and see you next time. We'll do more Kyoto Brewing beers then. All right? Bye-bye.